Everybody's in here working. It can be kind of tricky to back this combine out because there's a shed behind it and it's gigantic and you can't see out the back. You'd think there would be a rear view camera, but there's not. Here comes Eli. Of harvest. It rained yesterday, got everything pretty wet. It rained really hard, so we didn't get to harvest yesterday, but we're back today. It's like between 11 and 12 and it's been sunny and warm all day, so we're going to try over here at Maple Line and take out some grain and maybe put it in the bottom of the other bin. If it's too wet though, we'll probably just take it to the elevator. So these fields are Maple Lawn Farm. This is the farm that my family's been farming for generations. This is where I learned to drive a tractor, where we used to have cows and pigs and all kinds of stuff. This tree out in the middle of the field is actually one of my favorite places in the world. There's a well under there and it's really flat so you can see really far in every direction. It's a great place to go sit, meditate, pray, and just relax.
Editor's note, this tree is also one of my favorite places in the world to go to, so I always make a habit of trying to visit it before I leave Illinois, and last time I waited until the very last day to go run to it. So we literally packed up the car, and after we packed it up, I ran to the tree and then ran back to the car.
Today we're doing kind of the same routine we were doing yesterday, where you can't make it all the way to the back end of the field and back to the front because the combine would be overflowing. So I'm cutting back halfway and you can see where I stopped on the last round. So now I'll go all the way to the back and I have just enough corn loaded in that when I get to the front I'll be full again and ready to dump. So now Chris is headed back to the Bryant farm with a wagon of corn, and you can see the house up there on the left side of the road that we used to rent. We were roommates there for a couple of years while he was farming the farm for my grandmother. My grandfather actually farmed the land around that house back in the 50s or 60s. So they're only hauling one hopper per wagon, but you can see here that it's pretty efficient. Right as Chris is getting there, Dad is getting done and leaving, and then by the time Chris finishes running that corn up the auger into the bin, Dad will be on the way back with another wagon. It works out good because it keeps the auger and the combine running. Hoppers out of Maple Line, so 4 total, and hauled those all to over to the bins at the Bryant farm. Well, one of the bins, and now we're going to be done for a while. There's still like 7.5 or 8.5 more rounds to Maple Line, so we're going to go back and open up the field Once I got the end rows off the back of the shed, it was time to take the end rows off of the waterway here. This waterway is where water drains out of the field, and it probably really needs to be shaped a little bit better again, but basically water travels down there out to the ditch and helps to keep it from sitting on the field where the corn plants would be stunted if the water didn't run off. Wrapping up for the night. It's probably not quite 7 yet, maybe a little after 7. And we got all the long rows pretty much done at the Bryant farm in the 56-acre field. And we took the ends off of the end rows around the waterway off. Chris has been hauling them up to the bin on the cart, dumping them in the wagon. Dad's been running them up on the auger. Since this is the last load, taking it in on the combine. Then we're going to dinner.
Them boys are at it again, cutting, hauling. At the same time? Wait, Trinity is there too? I got to watch this one.
Thank you to everyone for watching. We'll be putting out a new video every Saturday morning, so please like and subscribe to see more.